Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Explore Mixed Media. I'm Corrine Carpino, and with me is,
Terry Jones.
And Lori Williams.
and this week we're continuing our exploration of Wabi Sabi art, art that is imperfect, really relates to earth and nature, very soothing, kind of neutral colors. And as we move along, week one, we created collage papers that look very worn and rustic. Week two, we did some mark making on our collage papers and on other papers to use in a collage, which is the ultimate goal of this session. And today we're going to create texture papers to be able to use in our collage. For those of you who are patrons of our channel, Wednesday night, we will, right, it's the last Wednesday of the month, I think this week coming up. Or maybe it's the following one, but on
Last
a
Wednesday is
Wednesday
this week.
Yeah, it's the
this
24th.
week. Okay. Yeah. So we will have a 1 hour live session at 7:30 where we will take all the materials that we've collected this week and start to put it into a collage series. And then we'll finish that up the following Friday in our live YouTube session. So let's get started. I'm going to put my camera down and we're going to just show you what materials I have today, and we're going to explore creating textures. Okay, so today I grabbed all the texture materials that I happen to own, and I know there's more. But I have some of these Ranger products. I have a opaque matte texture paste. I've got transparent matte, transparent gloss. Yes, another transparent matte. I grabbed some crackle um, finish by Deco Art. I have another one from Pebeo, but it takes forever because it's a two-step process. I have some clear tar gel, some glass bead medium, some heavy gesso. I've got modeling paste. Got two different brands of modeling paste. I've got a Pebeo and a Liquitex. They're different um, viscosities. One's much thicker than the other. And then I have this texture gel that I've had forever. It's like a sand paste. So those are the things I'm going to be working with today. I also have some paint colors if we want to tint some of our pastes. I've got some texture tools that I'm going to use. I also have this really funky, really cool palette texture tool I got from Terry. Um, I have some, what do you call this, Terry?
Drywall tape.
Wallpaper tape,
Yeah, drywall tape. It's
drywall tape.
drywall
I
tape.
got a piece of cardboard, and I also have some stencils, but I'm going to try to use those last and use the texture stuff first. So that's what I'll be working with. Ladies, want
I
to talk about what you'll be working with?
absolutely basically the same thing. I couldn't find my really cool one, but I found a couple other little palette knives,
Ooh,
texture. And I've got the same thing, different kinds of paper, the wallpaper stuff. I have this roller. I don't know whether I'm going to have any success with putting texture in with this. This is a cookie dough roller. And just all of the stuff. I mean, this is the wrapping from orange, oranges. So just
very
lots
cool.
of things. The only thing different that I have is I have something called a light dimensional ground and watercolor ground, because in these two you can literally paint them. So
Okay,
after I put them down, if I choose to paint things different colors, they both
right.
accept paint. So and I have the same thing you have: glass bead gel, acrylic gel, Ranger, whatever. I've got all that. So
Okay,
I'm just
very
gonna have fun.
cool.
And I went digging in the vault of stuff to see what I had in the stash. And I found this sand texture gel by
Woohoo.
Pebeo, which looked interesting.
Yeah.
And just some regular modeling paste, crackle paint. this is like some gold texture paste. It's like a
Ooh,
Ooh, nice.
I didn't even realize I had. I think I probably got it on clearance somewhere at some point.
I want it.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
And then I have all those mark making tools and stuff. I brought my, just things. I have the cardboard and stuff like you guys do, aluminum foil, all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
So we'll
okay.
see what I'm feeling.
And I
Great.
bought different papers too. So I have
Me too.
tea bag paper, and I have this really interesting kind of brown paper. And so I'm going to do it on different papers too.
Oh, good
Start
idea.
on
I
tea bag.
might grab some.
Yeah, I've got some mixed media paper. I've got wet strength tissue paper. I've
Yeah,
got some sketch pad paper. And you know what? I do have some, I just got to dig it out. I do have some brown paper that came like in packaging.
uh-huh.
I'm thinking I could cut a piece. It's really lightweight.
Yeah.
I can cut a piece of this too.
Yeah, this I love this. This is like brown tea bag paper. It
That's nice.
does wonderful in collage. So, but I'm going to start on just a tea bag paper and
Okay.
just kind of start. And I guess I'm going to just start with white. Why not?
Why
Uh,
not? And
why
you know
not?
what? I have some tea bag paper that I actually got from a tea bag.
Wow, those would be great tea bag papers to use because that's kind of what I use this to fake the tea bag, the stained tea bag
Uh-huh.
paper. This is stained tea bag paper.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, I had some big iced tea bags.
oh,
And
I didn't
so,
do that. I should save them. Thank you.
yeah.
So the first
So
thing,
I'm just gonna, I don't know where you ladies are gonna start. I'm gonna start on a lightweight paper and I think I'm gonna start with heavy gesso.
okay,
You guys can start wherever you want. I'm just gonna grab a piece of this paper.
I'm going to start with some light modeling paste. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, it's really quite, it's quite, I might have to,
Is it really thick?
it's really thick. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's really thick too.
Mine's super thick, so I think that this light modeling paste, I can't really cry too much about it because I got it for free because it cracked. So I'm going to use another light modeling paste that I have.
I'm just
So
gonna get this
I'm just,
heavy gesso
I'm just,
spread out on this
yeah,
piece of
that's what I'm
paper.
going to do. I'm going to spread some out on a piece of paper and start doing things with it.
And I have, what do I have for, I don't know what brand of heavy gesso this is, but I really like it.
Yeah.
I think I got it from, I think it's U-Truck.
Well, I'm going to start off with my unless you guys see a reason not to, some of this medical exam paper
That's fine.
Cool.
that we've been working with.
I think the heavy gesso, mine's wetting the paper so much. I'm used to doing it kind of a different way. So let me just see what happens here.
Well, do it your way.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna keep on trying it this way. I
Okay.
want to put I'm gonna see what happens with this, where I'm just putting down a little bit of the modeling paste. And
Yeah,
I can
I'm
see that I
starting
have
with
some
modeling
down.
paste.
And I'm going to try first, I'm just going to try to see if I can use this cardboard as where it's going to, oh yeah, really fabulous texture. I really like how that worked. And I'm just going to make different texture sessions.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to continue with some light modeling paste. The tea bag paper is interesting because it's super I don't know what the word is for it, but it kind of
And
absorbs.
yes. And so um
This is the Jane Monteith tea bag.
right. And so what are you using on that?
The light modeling paste,
Okay.
and it's just absorbing a lot. It does end up giving some really good texture there. I don't know if you can see it. It's some really nice texture, but I am going to try different tools. And this is that another texture tool. And I really like that texture too. And I love just sometimes in these spaces in between, just making random texture. So so I think this is going to be a lined texture piece. And I'm going to use, I can see what happens if I try to use this gesso that may not be thick enough. I don't think that's thick enough, but let's
Okay.
see what happens.
So I've been using this texture tool and I've put my lines in kind of different ways. And I'm ending up with some really cool. And then I can stain this afterwards with either just a little bit of paint or a little bit of what else can we use?
You could use
Acrylic ink,
acrylic ink. You could use distress
distress spray.
sprays, but if you use the distress sprays, you better set it afterwards before you put it in your
Right, because they will run if you
right.
put additional water-based items on top of it. Okay, so I think as I'm thinking through kind of wabi sabi and how do I want this to be, I think that this is some pretty cool. It's hard to see with the light, but I've got some pretty cool texture
Yeah,
in
you've got
here.
some really cool texture in here. And
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just set that one aside to dry
okay.
and try another texture piece that I have.
And my idea was I was going to, because I don't want to do just one texture on my tea bag paper because it's
Right.
expensive. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 different textures, try them on the tea bag paper. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to apply some of this gesso through the tape. I kind of like a stencil.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm applying it through the tape and see how that works too. And then
Oh,
I'll move this off to a drying rack. And this is kind of like my white dots here. I like those white dots. And I'm going to put them back here again. And then
so
if I have
this,
room, I'm going to put the opposite side on and see if it'll
so
text.
this is a transparent, I'm gonna try that. This is a transparent matte, and it might just give some nice texture to the tea bag paper. We'll see.
Okay, now I'm going to take this piece of tea bag paper and make it go away. Laurie, I like your textures. They're really cool. So I've got a lot of different texture in my tea bag paper. And you can see when I pick it up, it's kind of semi-transparent and darker in some places and
Oh
lighter.
yeah.
So I'm going to take it and put it somewhere where I can dry it.
Oh, now
Oh, I
this is
like that.
coming out.
That's a
This
great
is
idea.
coming out really cool.
And I'm just adding like roughage texture in here. I have modeling, I'm using modeling paste, and then I came over it with a few drops of my bleached titanium, just acrylic paint to mix it in. So
Yeah,
Then, okay.
so
that's
I
a good
tinted
idea.
it while it's wet.
And I'm going to do some of my light dimensional ground, I think, next. And the light
Yeah.
dimensional, and I'm going to end up putting a little bit, I don't want it to be the light dimensional ground. Well, maybe I'll do no, I'm going to do light dimensional ground. And I'm going to put a little bit of color in it, like Laurie just said.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to put a little bit of a, no, that's a good idea, Laurie, that unbleached titanium. I think I need to put just a little bit of another color in it. And I
All right,
want,
this is really cool.
It
oh, wow, that's really cool. That's on your tea bag paper?
Yeah, so that is transparent matte. So all it's going to do when it dries is give it that text raised texture, but it won't have any color. It'll just shows the color from the base of it. So I think that will be pretty cool in something.
Yeah, and this light dimensional ground that I'm using will
Yeah.
end up, it takes color, but it will end up almost like semi-transparent and flat. So that's where I'm adding just a little bit of a buffer. This is unbleached titanium to it. And then I'm going to do a some patterns in this. And I'm going to try to see how it spreads to just do the texture stuff. But I really think I'm going to want to do most of this through a well, that's pretty cool though. Put some
Have
So
you ever tried to mix paint with glass bead gel?
I have, and it works, and
Like a
it,
transparent paint, I'm
it what
thinking.
happens is it starts, yeah, it if you have, yes, it is,
Yes.
yes, it is. The gel, the glass beads are more transparent than the gel. Does that make,
Okay. Well,
well, that's
let's try
cool.
some.
yeah.
Let's try it because
So,
this is exploration. So I'll
right,
add a little bit of paint to my glass beads.
okay. So I'm just making again, oh, this is very,
And I have wet
um,
thank tissue paper. If I really pulled out too much glass bead gel, now I'm going to have to really use a
I may have
lot.
to add some glass bead gel or something to this, but I'll see. I don't want to use all my light dimensional paste on this. I really love this light dimensional paste for collage work, for putting stuff on after I start a collage,
Uh-huh.
where I'll put another layer on and then put some color with it. So I
So
kind
that's
of,
another art supply I need, right?
yeah, I know. It's always another art supply. Well, then,
Absolutely.
and then I get the watercolor ground because every once in a while I just want to put a watercolor paper painting in the middle of my silly collage
You
in
know,
my
I
collage.
when I was going through my stuff, I found it. I have some. I don't even know if it's still any good. I'll have to pull it out and find out.
Well, it's good for two things. If you do watercolor, it's good for fixing mistakes. It
No, I
really.
don't know if it's been there quite a while, so I don't know if it's okay or if it's all dried out.
So, and I'm going to go again. I'm going to try to see what kind of texture I can put in this. Oh, that's cool texture too. I really wanted to put like bricks in a wall on one of these, but I don't see my brick.
Well, I pulled out the sand texture gel and a
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
parchment paper. And
Okay.
it's already gray, and then I add some paint spray to it because I'm trying to think of the colors that I have in my other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
other pieces. I don't think it's coming across on paper here, but I add a little gold too, and I think
Oh, it looks great.
it's
Fabulous.
really cool.
Oh, that's an idea. Gold with the bead gel.
Yeah.
And
Um,
All
I'm
right, so I'm
gonna,
gonna put my bead one aside and let that
oh, that might be fun.
dry.
Gold with it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
But I let me just clean off my, didn't I have a baby wipe here somewhere?
There's so many different things we can
well,
do.
it's the possibilities are basically limitless.
I
Right.
know. And it is. It really is. There's just so much. And
I'm gonna add a
sometimes
little gold. Hmm.
sometimes I'll find myself getting kind of stuck thinking, well, what if I do it wrong? Or just do it, because
Yeah.
I can overthink something to the point that it's not working. I do best when I'm painting to put stuff down and then work out my problems.
Hmm.
Not work out all my problems before I put any stuff down. And I don't know why that's happens with me, but that is just like one of my truths that I tend to work better when I have a little, I don't want to call, maybe it's stress, I don't know, when I have to think of solutions rather than coming up with creating.
Hmm.
I think it works so much better for me. So, and sometimes I wonder what happens if I put this, who already has some white. Yeah, that doesn't really work, but
All right, so now I'm working on just spreading out some of those glass beads now that I've tinted gold. We'll see how that works.
oh, that's beautiful.
Not pretty. And I'll just tear small pieces
Yeah,
in collage later.
yes, that is very beautiful. I need to, I forgot my cleanup, what you're saying. I forgot my baby wipes. They're here.
Ah, I bought a whole case of them.
I bought a case for our class and
Class.
I still have 3 of them left, so I have plenty of baby wipes. There's a fresh baby wipe there.
It was cheaper to buy it by the case. And I was like, well, the case will last me a year. That's fine.
Yeah, and it is cheaper to buy it by the case. And it was interesting that I was able to, I mean, the case was the same as like 3 things of it. It's unbelievable.
Right.
And they're unscented and
Yeah.
they're,
I got the same ones, the Amazon
yeah.
unscented ones.
Okay,
All
where's
right. So
the glass
now I
beads?
have some paint left. Let's try something else.
No. I'm going to put away my light dimensional and I'm going to try some glass beads. Oh, that's there. Got to put my tops back on, Terry, or that's how they dry. Okay, we'll try the glass
And
bead
I do
gel.
want some gold circles. I wasn't going to use stencils, but I do want some gold circles, little
Well, that's
dots.
the biggest, well, that's the, oh, bigger gold dots is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I could use the little one, huh?
Yeah, you could
And
use,
make small
it's
gold
hard
dots.
to get, what I would tell you with the gold, with at least my experience with the really small pieces is it's hard to get it in. They don't seem to want to
You
go.
mean with the wallpaper
Yeah,
um paper?
yeah.
I got that clear gel through nicely. Let's
Oh,
see. So
well, yeah.
I started with my really heavy modeling paste so that when I added the paint, which will be interesting to see if it's still gold or if it's just this tan color by the time we're done, but it's okay. It's got a little shimmer in it.
Right. Well, what I find is it's hard to put the glass beads through it. The glass
Through the
through
stencil or
the tiny wallpaper thing.
uh
It's
that's good to know.
but that's but you can kind of get some funk happening too, and I like the funk. And you have to clean it off because it's a mess. It becomes a mess.
So I know in the Wabi Sabi kind of style, we kind of want to be a little more organic, but I did pull out a stencil.
Yes.
Anyway.
You did
Well,
what?
I did pull out a stencil anyway. I may or may not end up using it for this project, but since we're at it,
well,
Well,
I
I might just have some organic little dots that, I can pull these dots apart too
right.
yeah.
True.
when I go to put them down, I can just have, a little grouping of
Okay.
a
So it's
couple.
very important when you're using something like this tea bag paper tissue
Yes.
to pull it off rather quickly before it dries, or it will dry to your underlayment.
Yeah.
Thought I'd tell
And
you.
then your stencil or whatever you're using becomes part of the art.
Oh, and
Right.
then pull up the paper too.
So, okay. Whoops,
I,
my paper folded over.
yeah,
So
see
there
my
we go. I have
paper.
some really interesting texture with the gloss beads
Oh, I
and
love
the
that.
gold paint. And then I just did some
Oh,
little gold
wow.
circles.
I love it.
So I'll put that in my drawing space over here. I gotta make space.
So I think that what I'm going to do, if I'm using this very thin stuff that the stuff drips
Uh-huh.
through, is put something underneath of it because it just attached itself to my piece of paper that I have on my desk. I probably should have put shiny side up um, paper because I want to try
Oh,
the,
a piece of
yeah,
like freezer paper shiny side up.
yeah, I should have done that. I couldn't find my freezer paper. I usually do for this. and I couldn't find the freezer paper, which it was.
Okay, so another tip is it's really important to clean your stencils off pretty quickly when you're using all this paste.
Yes,
Yep.
and especially the glass bead gel. The glass bead
Yeah,
gel will drive you crazy because if it affixes to it, what
yeah,
happens is you can't get it flat anymore, and you have
right.
to soak it. No.
I'm just putting it on top of a piece of paper to made some interesting texture when I wiped it off.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was looking for, I did have a specific, I want to see what happens if I try to roll with this, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use for that. Let's
Okay.
see.
So what haven't I used? I haven't used any clear tar gel. And that could be pretty interesting. So I'm actually thinking a piece of freezer paper. I think I have a small piece.
So this came out pretty cool. This is the
I love that.
this was a
Let's
stick
see. Oh,
with the this was
The
Bria
gold.
Bria Reese texture paste, gold texture paste.
okay.
So, and I did it on parchment paper.
Wow, very nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, I
Love
like
it.
this one.
All right. So because I'm going to use the clear tar gel, I'm putting a piece of freezer paper shiny side up underneath.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grab I want to just drizzle it and make texture, which later I can add some paint to the paper and it will show up. This is a new container, so hopefully it will drizzle. Sort of like drizzling icing on a
Uh-huh. Oh,
cake.
I like that. I have nothing that runny. That would be really fun.
Now this is going to stay clear, so when I paint the paper afterwards, it's going to show that all this texture is going to be clear on it. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. It's almost like a filigree.
Yes, and it's going to be very organic because it's dropping however it wants to. Get some
And
more.
I'm wondering, kind of in the same vein,
Whoops. All right, I'm going to have to get that big blob off of there.
uh, maybe you'll need a blob somewhere.
But I'm going to try right now before I get too far. Just lift that out.
I was curious what would happen with using black paper too, but that's my note. How are we doing for time? We're out of time
We're
already?
almost, I think so.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Well,
So, okay,
I'm
so
gonna have to do more.
we'll continue to do more because of course we're in the middle of it and we want to continue.
Right.
Um, all right, so I guess we have some homework then is to finish our texture papers.
Yeah.
And then we will meet up Wednesday night at 7:30. For those of you who are patrons, we will send you a Zoom link to join us. And so you can, for Wednesday night, gather your collage papers that you've made and your mark making papers and your texture papers. And we'll start to put together a little series for our Wabi Sabi collages.
Well,
fun. I'm looking
cool.
forward to it.
Yeah, me
I'm
too. It'd be
definitely
fun.
looking forward to it. So,
Okay, so thanks everybody for joining us today. Thanks, Lori and Terry. And if you enjoyed today's video, please visit our website, exploremixedmedia.com. And you can certainly go back on YouTube and watch our other previous sessions and have fun. And we hope to see you again next Friday.
Bye-bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Sometimes you just have to play.
Hold on, I gotta get